everybody. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this video. See, we have a new kitten, and the kitten is kept in this room. We'll see. There he is, sticking his paws under the door. His name is Eli, and he's adorable and feisty and all that lovely stuff with new kittens. So, what has been on my reading table? Well, technically nothing, because the reading table was completely cleared off because of the kitten, including my altar space and yada yada. But I've been reading with things anyway. So I'm going to go through first the decks that I've been using for myself. And then I'll show you the decks that I've been using for other people. Okay, what are we going to go with first? The Lacrimosa Tarot. So this is an interesting deck. It's a gorgeous deck. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Stunning. It's Christian iconography, so it's not usually my cup of tea, but it's beautiful. So I'm looking past that because of just how beautiful this is. I mean, what else is there to say other than it's beautiful? It's striking. It's emotive. It's thought-provoking. And I'm really enjoying it. It's a relatively new addition to my collection, but I think it might be, one of the favorite decks that I've gotten this year, which isn't hard to do because I haven't gotten that many, but this is one of the top ones just because of how gorgeous it is. And yeah, and just even though I'm not Christian, I have a master's in Christian theology, and so I can appreciate Christian meaning making, the Christian meta narratives and whatnot. And so that's what I'm channeling when I read this, is that I sort of put on my theologian hat and revisit all the things that I learned and that have been sitting in the back of my brain box. And yeah, and I've been enjoying it. So yeah, that is the Lacrimosa Tarot, and I'm not going to fuss with the box right now. The next one is the Circle of Doors. Now, if there were ever a soul deck for me, this would be it, at least right now. I actually have never understood the concept of soul deck. Never understood the phrase. I'm like, but there's so much to a single person. Like you're so complex. How can one deck be your soul deck? And I know some people have multiple ones, and that rings for me. But I still didn't understand the concept completely. But with this one, I think I do. I think I might get it now. This deck is very provocative, very, it's emotional. It's gorgeous with the multi exposure of different photographs. And those who know that this came out of Burning Man. There was like an exhibit of the major arcana, and you would go through the different doors in a circle and see the different cards. And what a wonderful idea. I mean, what a wonderful idea. And look at her face, the universe. She's like, I have this. And I just love the looks on people's faces. It's hard for me to explain. Like, I'm not very good at putting into words beauty, or why certain imagery I connect with. I'm not really good at that. I just know when I do. I just know when I look at something and I can feel it in my chest, you know, or my belly. Sometimes it's just empathy. So there's these emotions that are emanating from a specific card, and you can have empathy for the person that is expressing those emotions, if it's done well. And yeah, I mean, look at that devil. That's something else. That's both creepy and phenomenal. Yes, so this is the Circle of Doors, and this has been on my reading table. I've been very much enjoying it. See, my reading table right now is anywhere I'm sitting and or lying down. See, these things, these decks, they're like my security blanket. Like, maybe I'm weird. You know, tell me if I'm weird. But they are like security blankets, and I will carry them around the house. I will take one to bed with me. Even if I don't get a chance to look at it before I go to bed, I have to take one and set it next to me on my table. I take one to work with me because it makes me feel good. Just to glance over to see a deck that I appreciate sitting there. Yeah, it makes me feel good. Okay, the next one. I have a box for this one. It was in a bag, but the bag kept getting fuzzy with cat fur. And that is Tarot Vampires. Now you're seeing a theme here. Like we're at the beginning of August, okay? We're at the height of summer, and all my decks are dark. And I don't seem to really follow a season, you know, where like during the summer I have summery decks that are bright and cheery and what have you. I don't seem to function that way usually. Occasionally I do, but not usually. And right now I'm kind of in a dark phase, you know, aesthetically. It's not like I'm feeling emo or especially depressed or you know, it's just, this is what I'm liking right now. And this deck, I'm still learning this deck. And like there's a lot of astrology in it, and I don't know astrology, and so it's kind of intimidating, this deck. There's also some Thoth influences, I'm told. And then there's the Kabbalah that plays a part in it. And I don't even know if you have to know Ian Daniels' version of the Tree of Life in order to read the deck. I'm not sure at this point. You might hear some weird noise in the background. That's the kitten playing. But that's the Tarot Vampires. I think, you know, it's campy, but I love it. I think it's gorgeous. I think it's very 90s vamp, which is totally me. And I'm enjoying learning. I'm enjoying reading the book. Like I've had this for years, but I've always just been too scattered really to focus on this deck and just study it. But I'm trying to do that now. So yeah, that is the Tarot Vampires in this cool magnetic box. Okay, next one. Okay, Tarot Obscuro. This is my newest deck. I found this at a local shop, a local pagan shop, for $15. Here are the backs. I was gobsmacked when I saw it At first I thought it said $150. It's partly for fundraising. 20% of the profits go to Cat Welfare Association. So I thought it was $150 in order to get that money to Cat Welfare. No, it was a $15 for this. Like the mini, I think, is like $60. And it's a very bizarre deck. It's very weird. Very weird photography. And it's interesting. I have 2 photography decks. I never had them before until very recently. I never felt really drawn to photography decks until very recently. As well as black and white. Black and white has just never called to me. Like some black and white it's just plain difficult for me to really figure out what's going on in the image. But you know what's going on in this deck, because it's pretty out there, and I love it. I don't think I would ever read this deck for anyone else. I think this is just a me deck, because I mean, pulling this out for a client, I can't see me doing that unless it's a friend and I know that they would love this. See, like, I'd read for my husband with this deck, but very few people, I think, would want to see this during, like, a reading off the cuff, first time meeting, and I pull this out. I'm not quite comfortable with that. There's nothing offensive about this deck. No, nothing offensive. It's just weird, and that might distract people, to be honest. They might be so taken by the oddness of the photography that that they stop listening intently to the reading. That's my fear, at least. I don't know if it would actually happen or not. But yeah, that is Tarot Obscuro. Loving it. And then I have 2 Oracle decks that I've been using. One of them I will go through quickly because it's my own, and y'all are probably tired of hearing about it and seeing it, but I like it. I like my deck, and it's very accessible for me. I think it's very accessible for other people. And I think it's very, what's the word? Not flexible, but I mean, it goes with different decks. And yeah, so another darker, these are the backs, deck. Somehow these cards became upside down, and I'm not exactly sure how that happened since I don't read reversals. But I digress. Yeah, so this is, on my reading table. It's usually on my reading table. And it makes me feel good. I think I did a damn good job with it, even though I didn't sell many, because Make Playing Cards basically charges out the wazoo for it, and that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. But yeah, this is the Star Rune Oracle. Yes. Okay, so the next Oracle deck, and I must be feeling pretty celestial because it's the Cosmos Oracle. Not many people read with this. I've seen Kasha at Tarot Map read with this and talk about it and show it. I don't think I've seen anyone else show it. Yeah, it's a bit beat up. I got this around the time I was making my deck, so that's like 5 years ago, 5-ish. Comes with a hard book. Could have used an editor in some places, but still phenomenally done. And they are shiny on the back. And they all have different astronomy related terms. Yeah, it's very odd, and like it's very unique and very simple. It's a very simple deck, so it can go with many things. I think I would have preferred more black cards to the white, but there's more white than black. And yeah, so this is geocentric model. This is about thinking the earth is at the center of the universe, which it is not. So this is about egocentrism, about thinking too much about yourself. You know, that's how these cards sort of translate. Fusion, infinity. Yeah, and the descriptions are almost poetic. I recommend it if it's still in print. I don't know if it is. I think it is. I assume it is, but I don't know. Vapor trail. I got pulled this for someone the other day. And yeah, I like it. I waited many years before I actually started reading with it. I don't know why. I think it's just because it's not intuitive. Like you can't always look. Like you get the card Proton. Okay. What does proton mean? I don't know. Gotta look it up. And I'm impatient and I don't like having to look up every single card I pull, but I just need to get used to it. I need to start doing that in order to really appreciate some decks. Some decks need that, and in order to truly appreciate them. Okay, so those are all the decks that I have used for myself. I have 2 decks here that I frequently use for other people. Now, the main one is Super Lunaris. This is my main reading deck for other people. These are the backs. Now, I don't know what edition this is because I have the box from one edition and the cards of another edition, so I don't know. But I mean, most people know this deck. It's beautiful. It's approachable. You could see yourself in this deck. It's diverse. It is have diverse ages, races, sizes, which I really appreciate. A lot of people that I've been reading for recently are OSU students, Ohio State University students, and a lot of international students. And so I think they appreciate being able to see decks where not everyone is white. Yeah, so that's Super Lunaris. It really triggers conversation. That's what I really enjoy about it. It gets people talking because they can see things in it, and that strikes up thoughts in them. And that helps. I am I'll do readings online, I do. But I prefer face-to-face where it's a conversation. It's a conversation between them and the cards. And I'm just the translator. And that's how I like it. That's my ideal. But the next one is Tarot the Huntress. For femme-presenting people, I will frequently use this deck because it's very feminine, ethereal, beautiful. You know, I really, really wish I would have gotten the Persephone's Garden deck. I missed out on that deck. But I still very much like this one. I think I would have liked the Persephone's Garden better. I still love it. I still love this deck. This is one of my favorite decks, I would say. I say that about a lot of decks, though. I'm not really sure how to really compare decks and put them on a scale. I can't always do that. And my tastes change from, you know, like one year to the next. So it's hard. That's hard to do. But a lot of people know this deck. Yeah, and that's another one. It's very approachable, but it's sensuous, which I really appreciate. And let's see, I think that's it. That's it. Well, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a good day, evening, night. I'll see you around. Bye-bye.